Yep, we're live. So take this off here. Great. Good morning and welcome to the Wallet to Wealth Female Entrepreneur Series, interview series. And in support of Halton Women's Place, from Wallet to Wealth is a brand created to help mentor, educate, and inspire ladies to living more empowered lives. Our speaker gala is coming up. It is November 11th. That's the second Thursday in the month, 7 p.m. Just to let you know, we have already raised 28,000 out of the 50,000 that we plan to raise. So anybody buying a ticket, you receive a tax receipt because all of the proceeds go to Halton Women's Place. The production's covered, everything's covered. There's nothing to pay for. So come and hang out with us. It's a fabulous night. We have five entrepreneurs who will share how they found advantage in their adversity. So it's stand up and super women. So, and it's also how we meet. So I've met so many people through Wallet to Wealth, and today it's I get to meet Caroline Barrett. And Caroline really knows how to keep a positive flow in life, even when there are difficult curveballs. She is the owner of Barwood Concierge and Mummy Run. So she has two businesses, and she's here to tell us all about the desire to make your life easier for others. Welcome, Caroline.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So I'm really happy to have you. I'm just gonna forward this because I don't have my tech in the background. So just bear with me a second. So I'm live today from Boston, Massachusetts, and really happy to be able to still show up and serve. So Caroline, recently we've been talking about intergenerational trauma and how that limits us. A lot of us have been limited from experiences in our past, and I know that you've had lots of experiences in your life. Can you tell us like how that's affected you and how that did limit your beliefs and what you did to get beyond that?
Well, I think just learning to keep a positive mindset. I obviously we've all gone through some things in life, and we have to learn to kind of separate ourselves from what's actually happening, what's going on. So now that there's books out, there's so many self-help books out, such as like The Secret, Magic, these things that are helping us kind of learn and change our mindset from what we've learned. Like I've learned in the past, like, oh, you shouldn't, it's too hard to start a business on your own. You know, you're a woman. You should be working, be safe and have a full-time job, have an income coming in, a steady income coming in. And now I've decided to change that, and I want to be a business owner. So I've become a business owner. It's not easy, but you know, you go through the ups and downs, and just, I think having an open mindset of you wanting to learn. And when I say that, I mean, not being so narrow-minded, being open to being more positive and doing self-help books, like reading self-help books, reading stuff that helps you, kind of motivates you in order to look at whether like the stuff that's going on in our lives as a positive as opposed to a negative.
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of times when it rains negativity, when something happens, it really rains negativity because our mind goes to, oh, why is this happening now? Yeah. So you turn it around to an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can either sink or swim. That's how I see it now. I've gone through in the last 2.5 years, I've gone through a great deal of things that have happened. I've lost my best friend very suddenly. My dog passed away, and then I went through a breakup. It was either I was going to sink or I was going to swim. So I kept up with my gratitude journal every single evening. And as much as sometimes there's so much negative going on in your life, there actually isn't. You can pull out the positives out of that. So I think I kind of just pictured myself being in water and keeping my head up above water and not letting myself go down, because I knew if I felt any type of negativity, it wouldn't help me get past that point in order to succeed in anything in life. So I kept up with my gratitude journal and really worked on that every evening. I think that's been, even those days that I didn't, like I said, I didn't feel there were any positives coming out. I still kind of like try to find something, like there's always, hey, we're able to get up, wake up, we're here, we're alive. There's so many little things that we don't see, and even seeing or hearing, we're so lucky to be doing that. So to pull those things out, eventually at first it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel positive, but eventually it kind of gets to that point where you do start to feel happy and positive inside, and then things start to flow in your life, right?
Absolutely. So it's that attitude of gratitude. And I remember reading many years ago. So for people watching, sometimes there's moments in our life where we just can't find any gratitude for something. And what actually happens? So this is what actually happens when we think a thought in our mind about being grateful. So let's just say we're here on the scale of blah, and we, I don't know, right now in Boston, the sun is shining and it looks beautiful outside. So all of a sudden, here I come up a notch. And then, I can be grateful for my health because I'm healthy. So I come up a notch, and that's what Caroline is talking about. And, we hear about these gratitude journals, and oh yeah, I hear about that, but they're so important, because you're right, it does, you get into the flow, and then you start calling into your life what you're here to do. And we actually are here to do something. We're not here to be miserable, although there are days where we can feel miserable. So that's not to make anybody feel like they're left out, because I think we all have days like that. But it's surrounding yourself with all sorts of positive energy. So tell us then, so how did all of this align your life?
Well, like with the businesses, everything, I was always a helper. So it just kind of, I started doing it as a business because I was always my friend's go-to reliable person. And then I started doing it as a business. And I did have a friend actually that had passed away about 5 years ago. And I remember seeing his wife at the funeral, thinking, how is she coping with all this? And because I was always a helper, I thought, well, I'll start a business that helps people. And it kind of just grew from there. And, like just staying positive and keeping up. There's so many ups and downs with starting your own business. Some weeks it's great, you're doing really good, and then some weeks it's down. So I think it's, you really have to focus on the good things that are going on, and the learning curves that you're learning at that point, and just go from there.
Yeah, I'm just going to put this in here because it's ups and downs. So I've been an entrepreneur for 35 years, and it's not for the faint-hearted. It's for, because it's that roller coaster of all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I have all this business I've got to produce, and then there's times you're like, where is the business? So it's not for the faint, but the faint-hearted, but for sure. So you have, because you have this giving soul, you've been able to identify where you can come in and help. So share with us about your business, your service that you offer.
Okay, so I have Barwood Concierge that caters to helping seniors with anything non-medical. So from running errands, grocery shopping, companionship, and just help around the home. We're not limited just to the services that are offered on our website. Sometimes we've had people where they want us to go to the laundromat and spend most of the day at the laundromat doing all their laundry. So everyone's different. There's a lot of companionship that's in that business. So that's basically what we do with Barwood. And then with Mommy Run, we're kind of like a mommy's helper, cater to the parents, like an assistant. There's no childcare involved, but we will help with laundry, running errands. If you have a birthday party you need to set up for, we'll do all that. We'll take all the stuff down. There's one of my old clients had her own business. So I did help with office work. So I did a lot of her office work. I'd go to the store and go get items for her staff. So everything's different. Basically, like I said, we're assistants. We're there to help out and make their lives a lot easier.
That's such a huge, everybody really needs this service. They really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
When I think about, two things. One is for people, for seniors. How do they reach out and ask for help? Because a lot of times, we have this, oh, I'll just do it myself. I'll do it myself. And we've got this black cloud hanging over our head, like because it's not as easy to get out anymore. And you're right, like it can just be, things can be, can just turn into a big mountain. How do they, so for two things. So the first one is, how would people reach you that are in that situation, the seniors? Like, how would they know to come to you?
Generally it's their kids that reach out because their kids are busy. So the kids have their own lives, they have their own families, and so their schedules are crazy busy and they can't always make it out to help their parents, so they just need somebody to kind of go and kind of be a buffer and kind of help out in the meantime, or the kids live away. A lot of the times I've had that where the kids just live in different provinces and they can't make it to go and help their parents. So as for the seniors, I do get some calls from seniors directly, but mainly it's the children that are calling. So they're wanting, and the seniors don't necessarily want my help because they want to live, they're fine. They say they're fine. They don't need help. They don't need anything. And quite often they've hired me on and it's been great. And then the senior will call back and say, you know what, I don't need your services. It's fine. I'm good on my own. And it's happened quite a few times where they that's it. And then about a week or two later, they call back and they're like, actually, do you mind coming back? Because they miss also the companionship too, right? Like if their family's away, lives away, they're on their own. So it's nice to have somebody in their home with them and just spending time with them. And I've had somewhere I've just watched TV with, that's all they wanted, just to watch TV. So
Companion. Yeah, so we have one person who's watching us right now, Kim Bertrand, and she runs Amica, the retirement home, and so of course she would know this firsthand. So this is a good for her to know, because she can use you to pass your name out for people that are needing help. Because you're right, I think there is an independence, but sometimes when you have somebody like somebody who's running a retirement home, or a child who says, look, I am gonna get somebody in there to help you. So that's really good. And then the other thing is for parents, that again, like we're so busy raising little ones. Like I'm here in Boston helping my daughter, and it's like there's like 4 adults here right now, and guess what? The little one missed the bus this morning.
oh,
We're all going out to the bus, and it's like, has the bus come? Like, are there kids out there? And it's like, no, there's no kids. We've missed the bus. And that's like, that saying, it takes a village to raise a child. We got 4 people here, but we can't get the little one to the bus on time. So how do people find you? Because I know with raising children, it is super busy. And, my children are in their 30s, but then I know back when they were little, it was crazy busy because we had dance and piano, and these kids were doing something every night. Like I had one daughter that danced every single night for years. And so there was a lot of moving. I had to pay somebody to drive my child to dance. And then when she was 16, I was able to buy her a vehicle and say, hey, you get yourself around. So how do people find you, and how do they know that they can, and like get some relief, like even trying to keep a house tidy with toys all over the place?
yeah, just some organization, right? That helps.
Yeah.
It clears the brain. I find, like people need that. They need a clean space in order to be to have a positive day, right? So basically on my website, which is www.mommyrun, so it's mommyrun.ca. You can find me there. I'm on Instagram as well. Basically right now that's my forms of connection, and Facebook as well. So you can always or you can call my number's attached to the website, so you can always contact me directly and sit down and we can talk about what they're looking for. So
yeah, and we'll put that down here. Actually, I can type it while you're talking. So but yeah, this is fabulous. So for people watching, I would say it would be a great idea if we could forward this, forwarded you in Facebook, forward you on Instagram, because I know that people need a lot of extra help. So www.mummy
Yeah.
help.
MOMYRUN.ca.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm in a coaching group right now with Christine Jewell, and I'm watching a mom running a business with two, they're not that small, 6 and 9. And just to listen to the all of the things, that have to be done. And I was trying to offer some advice by saying, like, you need to hire somebody to come in and help a little bit. It's different today. In the old days, the mom used to stay at home and raise the children, and she might have a part-time job so she can get out and do stuff. But today it's not like that. Like, today we're running real careers, we're running real businesses, and so we got a lot of things going on in our head, and sometimes just somebody coming in and taking the pressure off, like what you're doing. I mean, this is a fabulous service that you offer. We might get you so busy that but I guess that's the thing about owning a business, right? You get busy and then you bring in support people, and you just continue on, and somebody watching might say, hey, I want to come and work with you, because I'd love to be part of your team. They may not want to run it, but they may love to just do, like, I would love to do what you're doing, because I love helping people. So it would make me very happy to go and help a family out. So
yeah. Well, it's just, and like with the seniors, when the seniors say to me, you're my best friend. Like that, just like, that is the sweetest thing. And it's just, yeah, I remember, I'm sure they probably don't remember saying that to me, but just, it doesn't matter. It just, hearing that on its own is so nice. And I've heard that from quite a few of the seniors, because they see that you're there to help them. They see that you're there for them. When they get past the point of not wanting you there, then they see why you're there, and they're happy about it. But, and like the parents, I've been here. This is what I've been doing for all my life, and I just want to continue doing, is helping others. So
that's perfect. So what's next? Do you have a next chapter in your life? Do you have a ultimate vision?
well, just growing the businesses even more, and kind of, and just making it, just getting out there, and helping as many people as I possibly can. So
Yeah, I think you're going to be able to do that. So connect on Facebook, connect on Instagram, and pass. Oh, and you're Burlington based,
I'm
right?
Burlington based, but I do take care of anywhere from Toronto all the way to Grimsby area. So
Okay.
I know, like, I've got a big geographical area that I cover. I used to live in Toronto for a very long time, so I know it like the back of my hand. And then yeah, so I just cover from Toronto all the way to Grimsby area.
That's great. That's a big area. So sounds like you're going to need about 20 of you.
That's okay. That's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being with us today, and I look forward to seeing you chatter more in from Wallet to Wealth. Because again, the more you're talking to the ladies, the more they're going to say, "Oh my God, I need. Can you please talk to so and so?" So we're all about helping each other. So
Sounds good. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
you're welcome, and have a terrific day.
Okay, you too. Take care.
Okay, see you. Don't forget to buy your tickets, everybody, for November the 11th. We'll see you all there. It'll be a great night. Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.